So the action non-stop then on the show court here on day one of the World Championships 2011. The 2005 champions, the world 17 seeds, H.Bach and T.Gunawan up against Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien of Malaysia. And this should be a very keenly contested affair. Fan Jiamin and Li Shengmu of Chinese Taipei wait in the next round, but the Malaysians here, Thien and Mohd Zakry Latif, 25 in the world, but they had been pondering their future plans when they got the surprise call to play at these World Championships. They only teamed up last September. They hadn't qualified on merit. Taken them a little while to hit it off together, but they have potential. Their coach Rexy Manaki thinks they have the ability to really do well in these World Championships. And they think that the American pair, Bach and Gunawan, of course, who have been around the block and seen it many times before at the age of 32 and 36 respectively, that well, here is an opportunity for them. Of course, Malaysia have never won a gold medal at a World Championships before. Jill, it's going to be a really good clash, this. I mean, we've seen a few one-sided affairs, but this is one I think, and let's get your opinion more importantly, that could go one way or the other.
Absolutely, because of course Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif was a bronze medalist 2 years ago at the World Championships, playing with Mohamed Farazi Suwan, Mohamed Tazari, and that partnership of course came to an end in dramatic incident at the Thomas Cup finals in Kuala Lumpur back in 2010. So this new partnership was formed for the rest of the Thomas Cup competition last year, and they did well in the Thomas Cup, but as you can see, the world ranking of 25 and their win-loss record for the year just in the positive. They've never actually been in a semi-final of a tournament, and that to me is a bit of a concern, because they've played many tournaments and the best they've done is quarterfinals. So, you know, if they're looking for medals here, but of course Thien, the 24-year-old on the left as we look at them, is a former world junior champion. Won that title back in 2004 playing with Tan Boon Hyung, who of course was silver medalist last year in the World Championships with Koo Kian Kiat. So, you know, he's got a good pedigree, but, you know, I don't wish to sound rude, but he doesn't look particularly fit at the moment to me. He looks as if he could perhaps be a little trimmer. And you compare that to the pair from the United States of America.
Well, talk about pedigree.
Well, nobody better than the man on the left as we look at them, T.Gunawan, the 36-year-old. Only just missed out on a seeding position, the number 17 in the world, and of course 16 seeds here at the World Championships. And when you consider he's won 2 world titles, one with his partner of today, that was in Anaheim in 2005, and probably the most extraordinary result in the history of World Championships. Nobody expected them to take the gold medal in 2005, but indeed they did win it. But Gunawan had won the world title in 2001, playing with Helen Haryanto. He won the Olympic Games gold medal playing with Chandra Wijaya. There's a bit of a common theme here.
He's a good partner to have, isn't he?
He's a good bloke to have on your side.
Yeah, I mean, Gunawan was supposedly in retirement, wasn't he? And Bach persuaded him to come out, and there's nationality issues that have, you know, had to be dealt with, but it looks like the I's are going to be dotted and the T's crossed as we look at Shin Jung Kang, the umpire from Korea. I mean, that's been important, obviously, with the Olympics next year, that the nationality issues were sorted out as far as that American pair was concerned.
Yes, but it was actually sorted out some time ago. But T.Gunawan, born in Surabaya in Indonesia, H.Bach, born in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So, you know.
But he's been in America since he was 2 years old, though.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's lived there virtually all his life, and is very American when you talk to him.
All my life, H.Bach and T.Gunawan, USA. my left, Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien of Malaysia.
Well, a real contrast here between a very young pair.
Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif. Love ball play.
Yeah, the young pair being the Malaysians and the veterans being the Americans.
Point. One.
Well, he's 28.
Love.
I mean, in terms of their partnerships and
Yeah.
their experience in these type of
Absolutely.
tournaments.
Love.
So typical of men's doubles. So often we see such short rallies, especially at the start of the match.
I don't think you can quite call them rallies, can you, so far?
There's me exaggerating again. Oh, it's a good smash.
Love.
That's the perfect start, hasn't it been, for the American duo of Bach and T.Gunawan?
Service over. 1-4. In 2-4.
Oh, it's landed in. Goodness
Service
me.
over.
Thien
5-2.
looks so confident that was going to go long. No, that was plumb on the line. Good call by the line judge.
Point. Service over. 3-5. Four, 5. Five-all.
He's got lovely skills and good reading of the game, Thien. Which makes it surprising to me that he doesn't appear to be in better physical condition.
It's long. But a very even start, hasn't it been?
Service over. 6-all.
We said it was possibly going to be a very tight affair, this one, so far. That's the way it's been, hasn't it been?
Service over. 7-6.
Maybe if you're alluding to a fitness problem, maybe that's something that will come to the fore later on in the match. I mean, he is a big guy, but as you say, very agile. Reads the game really well from Thien.
Service over.
They actually did team up again, didn't he, with T.H.Hoon-Yonex at the Sudirman Cup.
Yes, and played well.
Yeah, they beat the Korean pair, didn't they, of Hyundai and Jae-sung.
Yeah, extraordinary result.
Service over. 8-7. Service over. 8-all.
Rexy Manaki, the yellow shirt there. Former World Olympic champion in men's doubles, now coaching in Malaysia. Oh my goodness.
Well, he showed a lot of faith, hasn't he, in this pair? I mean, he wants them to show no respect here, just to go out. And obviously he's shown a lot of belief in them to actually, you know, get them into the World Championships in the first place.
Yes, there's been an awful lot of controversy in the Malaysian media about the men's doubles pairs for this World Championship, because as you rightly pointed out, this Malaysian pair is only the 4th ranked Malaysian pair in the world ranking, but some of the higher ranked pairs are independent players and they haven't been selected by the national team, by Badminton Association of Malaysia, and therefore they've gone to players that are within the national fold and the national setup. And of course the independent players have felt very aggrieved by that decision.
Well, even these pair together, I think they were surprised to get them. They were pondering their future together, I think, as a pair, and then they get the call and, okay, we got something to play for here. And at the interval, they are with the slight advantage against the 2005 champions. Lovely reach and stretch. Super rally. Wasn't the defensive work was as good as it could be, but in the end the Malaysian duo came through. 11-9 there, at slight advantage then. When you think that they were 4-love down, I suppose, at the start of the match, it's been a pretty good recovery from them.
Photo 1, 20 seconds. Photo 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 9, play.
Yeah, neither pair wanting to lift the shuttle in that rally. Flat, fast exchanges. Oh, that's clever. Great disguise on the drop shot there from Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif.
Service over, 11, 12.
Very much in their favoured formation, the American pair, with H.Bach at the back of the court using his jump smash, leaving T.Gunawan at the front to really read the game. I always have believed that T.Gunawan at his best was the best men's doubles player at the front of the court in world badminton, no shadow of a doubt in my mind, but he's just lost a little bit of pace now.
Understandably.
Yeah, 36, and he's been working very hard as well. He's taken his final accountancy exams and he's got a job now, so he's not able to train full-time. It's quite understandable, but he, to me, was just an absolute joy to watch over the years. I've been a big, big fan of T.Gunawan.
And they've shown what they can do on the big stage. This two, I mean, as you said, winning in 2005, they were 13th seeds. America had never won I think, a medal of any kind. They never mind a gold before.
No. And it's, I mean, for them to have won that, I mean, it was completely out of the blue. And, you know, I very much hoped it was going to ignite a bit of spark with the sport of badminton in America, but it doesn't seem to have really taken off as I hoped that it would do.
But I don't think badminton's alone in that. In sports that try to ignite in America, they're pretty set in their ways in terms of what rules there.
Yeah, they have their American sports, and even the biggest sport globally, what they call soccer, what you and I call football, is not big apart from in the women's game in America.
They made the final, didn't they, in the World Cup?
Absolutely. Lost to Japan, was it?
That's right.
Out. Service over, 16,
Well, it's
50.
been nip and tuck all the way. And you see that serve falling short.
Service over,
But it's been level pegging. No one's really taken any advantage at all in this opening game. And it's right in the balance.
Rexy getting animated as always. Great character is Rexy. That's nice play from Latif.
17, 16.
Good defence, and then he moves forward to the net. Look at that lovely block. Moves forward, gets the interception, forces the error.
Service over,
As you've
17,
hinted at there,
all.
just showing the dominance at the net. I suppose the aptly named H.Bach, referring to be at the very back.
Service over, 18, 17.
Can't be many matchups in the first round of these World Championships where former medalists are playing each other. First round encounters.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't think there'll be too many first round matches as well, that, particularly on the show court today, it will be as tight as this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's great for us to see such wonderful badminton in the first round, but you have to say it's an unlucky draw for one of these two pairs. Whoever loses.
Yeah, I'll come to the draw in a second. There is a break for them, perhaps coming up. But more on that at the moment, because of course this is the first time either pair's seen a little bit of daylight in this game towards its latter stages. And it's the Malaysian twosome who have a 2-point advantage and 2 points from taking the opening game.
Good flick serve.
On his knee, but good enough. No wonder Zakry's pumped up after that point. He looked to be struggling here on one knee. It's a winner. Three game points. Well, now H.Bach and T.Gunawan now on the back footers. Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien H.Hoon take the opening game 21-17.
21-17.
Well, we knew it was a possibility that the Malaysian pair could produce the goods. Still a long way to go, though, as far as the overall match is concerned. But it was interesting how it was so tight, and then right towards the end of that game, Jill, they just managed to put their foot down on the pedal and ease through to take it.
Yes, I was very impressed with Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif. There he is. Nice. Yeah, the umpire just asking which player is going to be serving first. Coach just saying it's Zakry. He really took command. He started to play the guided defensive shots and move forward to the net.
Yeah, we're talking about the draw, because the third round potentially they could have been facing, if they obviously make it through to the third round, the former world Olympic champions of Marcus and Hendra, but of course they've now withdrawn because Marcus has been struck with typhoid. Of course they've got to get through their round. Two opponents, first which will now be Fang Chia-min and Lee Sheng-mu of Chinese Taipei, but there is a little bit of a break in the draw, if you like, knowing that that pair will be avoided due to their own problems.
Yes, and it makes this first round encounter absolutely critical. It really does. I mean, either of these two pairs, whichever pair wins, has a real chance of getting to the quarter-final.
Yeah. So as tough a first round draw as it is, there's that little break to come, you know, down the road to, as you say, to make this match even more important in terms of coming through.
Yeah.
Pull love.
Defensively, H.Bach just found wanting a little bit too upright in his defensive stance. You need to crouch down low, therefore you can drive the shuttle back.
From 17-all, it's 7 points in a row for the Malaysian pair. Of course, that little run's just come to an end, but it's
Service over. 1-3.
been a good little run for them. Stamp their authority on the match overall.
Service over.
Wish, isn't it? You know, every point right now is vital. It's guided here from back.
Yeah, it's interesting that they really are trying to pressurise him with their attacking play. The Malaysians, everything, the majority of their shots directed down towards H.Bach. They think he's the weaker link within the partnership.
Well, a big part of the match now, this for the American pair, really, because the Malaysians, for the first time, really dominating now. Got a dig in here back in Gunawan.
Service fault called,
Service
struck
fault,
above the waist, says the service judge.
Over, 2-5.
Well, that's a nice break.
That's a good smash.
35.
Yeah, once again, who they're directing the smashes at.
Service
This man,
over.
H.Bach.
6-3.
And he'll be aware of that, won't he, Jill?
Absolutely.
Joy for Rexy. Joy at the moment for the Malaysian pair.
Oh, that's very good from Latif.
7-3.
Well, he was saying that he reckons their unseeded status might work in their favour. Coming under the radar a little. But you don't stay under the radar for long when you're playing like that, do you?
No, and as I said, I thought at the end of that opening game, he was the deciding factor on court, and he really is growing in confidence, and once again, he's the player making the difference.
Service over.
I have to say, though, I mean, watching T.Gunawan, and perhaps I'm clouded by my memories of such what a wonderful player he was, but to me, you know, there's something lacking. You know, a lot of athletes, I remember John McEnroe talking about the fire in the belly, and to me it looks as if T.Gunawan, who's trying desperately to win, I'm not saying that his level of commitment or his effort is anything but 100%, it is 100%, but things like that, he just doesn't seem to me to have that fire in the belly that says, whatever happens, I'm reaching that shuttle. Yes, he's trying, but it just isn't that same passion that I used to see.
And also, well, and it's not just passion, is it, though? Sometimes the legs won't do what the head wants it to do. And as you say, when you're doing accountancy exams, when you're 36 years of age, and you know, you're playing here against, you know, guys who are playing at some speed.
Yeah. Yes, and when you're asked questions, you know, and things are tough, unless you've got that burning desire to make it happen, you know, sometimes it just doesn't.
Well, we're expecting, I think, a closer encounter than what we're seeing, and it certainly was that way at 17-7 in the opening game. But since that point, since taking the final 4 points in the opening game, it's almost been one-way traffic, and they're right now on the verge of a second round meeting with the Chinese Taipei pair of Fang Chiamin and Lee Shengmu are Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien.
Quarter 20 seconds.
Well, not that I understand Bahasa, but I think he was, from his gesturing there, I think Rexy was saying, come on, a few more of those little hold and blocks to bring them forward, because they're not pushing forward quickly enough, the American pair, when they're on the defensive. So mix up the pace. Not all power play, one or two little blocks as well. I think that's what the advice was.
Well, I think we'll be stretching a little bit to call what we're seeing here an upset, but maybe slightly against the odds here. This fairly untested pair from Malaysia have produced some terrific quality so far in this opening round. That was in, though.
Service over. 5-12. Service over, 13, high. High.
And as you pointed out again, directed at H.Bach.
Once again, found wanting.
Service over.
The Americans are really at the point where they have to say to themselves, right, we're going to throw all caution to the wind, because quite frankly, you know, we're so far down, we're 8 points adrift. You've really got to go for it. So take the chances to go forward, try and intercept, even if, you know, it's only half a chance. You've got to try and take it, because quite frankly, like this, they're not going to win.
Yeah, risk-taking, obviously, it will maybe cause a few more unforced errors, and it may mean in the end that the victory margin is greater. But as you say, what have they got to lose now at this stage of the match? 21-17, 15, 6 down.
Yeah.
And some justification, I would have thought, you know, Rexy looking on, and for the Malaysian team, this will be a real fillip for them, won't it? It'll be a real
service over,
confidence-boosting victory, because they put a lot of confidence in this pair.
Yeah.
A lot of trust into them.
And it's interesting, the Malaysian preparation for these World Championships. They've been at Bath University and using the facilities there and preparing well. And I was talking to a number of the teams, and some of them flew in Saturday. You know, they've had one day to train Sunday, but the Malaysians have taken it very seriously, come in advance, had a training base.
Because it is a big surprise that Malaysia's never won a gold medal at these World Championships, isn't it? Really, you think of the pedigree they've got.
60.
And they've been so close. You know, the men's doubles final last year in Paris was an absolute thriller. It really was. 3 games with the Malaysian men's doubles. Thien
Service
out
over.
eventually to
17-8.
Thien and Thien.
It's been taken on every point, and I'm sure a lot of good news been written down as well.
Service over.
It's hard to see a way back now for T.Gunawan.
Service over. 18-9.
So 2 more points required for victory.
Oh my goodness, what a good return of the flick serve. How did he get
Service
behind
over.
that?
10-19.
Took that shuttle when it was way behind him and still managed to play the smash. Extraordinary.
As you said, maybe the time for some risk taking. Maybe that was what that was about.
Yeah, but one suspects now that it's too little too late. Awfully difficult with the point per rally system. Come back from such a deficit.
Well, that's 3 points in a row.
Yeah, and that's the sort of rally that they really should have been trying to play earlier.
19.
I know it's hard work to keep on the attack. It's much more physically demanding to play smash after smash, but that's how you win rallies in doubles.
$13.19.
Well, a little bit of hope for the American veterans here. And that's long.
Service over.
So match points have come.
Match point 30.
7 of them. One saved.
Service over. 14-20.
Thien says they're ready to face anyone, and one of the 2005 champions here are on the brink of heading out, because Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien have passed their first hurdle in some style as well. After a tight beginning, there was only going to be one winner. Rexy Manaki will be absolutely delighted with what he's seen from this pair.
Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif.
They really have showed no respect, and they've showed the potential here in this opening game against T.Gunawan.
Yes, absolutely superb performance, and you know, given all the criticism that's been back home in Malaysia in the press about the selection of the men's doubles pairs to come to these World Championships, I mean, as far as Rexy is concerned, not only will he be delighted with this victory, but it sort of vindicates his decision. So, you know, it really has been a superb performance. So justification, if you like, then for Malaysia, as Mohd Zakry Abdul Latif and Thien come through 21-17, 21-14. It's Fang Chia Min and Lee Shengmu of Chinese Taipei for them next in round 2.